Hi there, I'm your tweeted adjudicator Wilmer Muller, and here are some guidelines for success on social media. The content you post on social media has the power to turn someone or a brand into a household name and turn followers into fans. This kind of impact only comes from having a solid social media content strategy. No, it's not enough to show up on every platform and sporadically update your audience when you have the time or just feel like it. According to Sprout Social, the way to stand out on social media is to identify specific goals, create valuable posts that align with those goals, and distribute content on the right platforms. Then you can measure your results and fine-tune your strategy over time. There isn't one cookie-cutter social media strategy that will guarantee success. There are, however, specific steps you can follow to build out a plan that has longevity and attracts attention. So firstly, identify and set goals. The first step towards a long-term social media strategy is to set your content goals. Having goals in mind will help you start planning out the type of content to create. Secondly, have a consistent identity or voice. Having a consistent voice will help you to have a better understanding of who your audience is. Thirdly, plan your social content and analyze statistics. Once you're clear on your goals, it's time to conduct a social media content audit on the content you've created so far. Look at which posts performed well, which ones didn't, and what you posted on each platform. Facebook and Twitter let you easily export your post and page analytics directly from the platform. What you look for in the audit should align directly with your content goals. For example, if one of your goals is to improve awareness, then look at your follower count on each platform and identify which post resulted in new followers. Now you have an idea of what types of content help expose your production idea to new people who want to follow you. A content audit will help you substantiate what you think is working well with quantitative data that shows you how each post performed. Fourthly, effective planning is important and build a content calendar. Once you have identified which content performed best and you've identified your primary goals, it's time to build a social media content calendar. Such a calendar will let you take a big picture approach to social media content planning. It will help you visualize your ideas and organize them in a way that makes the strategy easier to execute. Your content calendar will be a hub for everything you post. When planning content, don't be afraid to repurpose content and schedule it across different social media platforms to get the most out of it. When deciding where to post and what content, also consider what types of content perform well on that platform based on your audit. Keep in mind that there are best practices when it comes to best times to post on each platform. Effective planning on social media content strategy is an ongoing cycle, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Plan your process and stick to the essential steps to develop content planning that puts a strategic approach first. Lastly, don't forget it's quality over quantity. With social algorithms continuing to evolve over time, ditch the mentality that you need to constantly publish a high volume of content. Social algorithms prioritize relevance over quantity, so more posts don't necessarily equate to more engagement. Publishing at a high frequency can sometimes be harmful in more ways than one. Too many posts can come off as spammy to your audience, and the need to create quickly can burn out your social creativity. Figuring out what your audience really wants to hear from your brand is what will fuel your social media engagement. But here are some other important pointers too. Don't sleep on TikTok. With 700 million active users worldwide, there's a strong likelihood your audience is on TikTok and are waiting for you to come and entertain them. TikTok is where trends are born and going viral these days. After all, it's now the sixth largest social media network in the world. And clips can be repurposed as Instagram videos, and trends can be modified to fit other social networks. There are several ways to get noticed on TikToks. One example is to join a viral craze or create your own. From the renegade to the coincidence, there's always a viral dance craze happening on TikTok. The trick, however, is to be genuine. If you're not enjoying yourself, the video will feel stiff and fall flat with viewers. Embrace the silliness and have fun with your challenge. That way, even if you don't go viral, at least you would have had a good time. Hashtag. Did you know the first hashtag ever was used on the 23rd of August 2007 by a Twitter user named Chris Messina as a means to differentiate between groups of topics within tweets. Hashtags are pretty much an essential part of your content strategy. These useful little links create the perfect method for finding relevant content to share, giving your audience an easy way to find your content, and grouping together like conversations. Hashtag research can be a critical part of identifying trends and making sure your content, especially on Instagram, is easily discoverable. At the same time, it can be extremely tricky as most hashtag research tool will only uncover the top trending hashtags based on how popular they are. Finding ones relevant to your niche can become an overly manual process without additional research. But there is a solution. Ingrammer allows you to identify hashtags that are trending. They sort trending hashtags by categories to speed up your research. But it is very important to remember top hashtags are competitive and often spammy, so mix them with niche hashtags. And to conclude this session, learn and observe on social media. It is changing and evolving by the second. At the end of the day, remember it is about storytelling that aims to engage.